The changing of the lyrics to Kiss the Girl, make sure you have consent. Because the original lyrics are something like, you want the girl, you know you want her, so take her and kiss the girl. And now it was changed to like, make sure you ask if it's okay and then kiss the girl. It was back in biceps day today, and I put on the KT tape to see if it would do anything.
Yeah.
It did two things.
Okay.
Jack and shit.
Yes, but did it make you look cool?
No. Made me look like a pretentious douche.
Welcome to the Two Gaming Dudes.
The Little Mermaid.
Speaking of pretentious douches. No,
you know what?
I'm kidding.
I liked it. I liked it just fine.
You know what? I did too. I thought it was fine.
Perfectly good kids movie.
Yeah. Some of the critiques.
Right, great. Click subscribe.
Yeah, we're done. Let's get out of here. Well, you'd already know people are going to be tuning in, looking at us, going, "Wait, they liked it."
Let's start from the beginning. Okay. It was not a great movie.
And it had its problems.
It's bombing tremendously.
Yes, it is.
So on a budget of $250 million, they predicted it needed to clear $520 to break even. It's at $230. That is going to be
not good.
A $250 million loss for Walt Disney. And the thing is, if you judge it just according to how good it was and how true, Disney has a mixed record with this live-action adaptations of their classic.
It really can go one way or the other, and even some of the ones that are considered good, they get hit by people like us who are like, I don't know what you liked about that.
Like Beauty and the Beast, to me, was fantastic.
Sure.
I loved it. It was great. Mulan was absolute garbage. Cinderella, really, really good. The Genie, Aladdin.
Oh, Aladdin. Oh, I hated that.
Garbage.
Yes, that was garbage.
But I put this up there with the good ones. It was really, really good. They didn't stray too far.
No, they did not. And the little things that they added to it, I thought were fine. They wanted to, expand more about Prince Eric. Who is this guy? All right, that's fair. I went back to the cartoon and watched it, and you're right. Eric is this totally faceless, nameless. They just kind of threw him in there. Who's this guy? I don't know. He's Prince Eric.
Him. It's about the Little Mermaid. It's about Ariel.
Very right. There is, I know one person in particular, it might be a group, who won't watch The Little Mermaid, the original cartoon, because Ariel doesn't save the day and because she leaves her people to go be with some man. I ain't leaving anybody to go be with some man. And you kind of miss the whole point of The Little Mermaid, for one. And for two, there are lots of people who have left their homes and their countries to be with someone that they wanted to be with. My mother is one of them. Left her country, her family, everybody, to be with some man. So, this
is getting really farther ahead.
It is. And
what was the message? In the first one, Prince Eric is driving the boat, and he stabs Ursula and saves the day.
Right.
And Triton, what is his character arc when he sees this? That a human saved
his daughter. Humans aren't all monsters. They're not all murderers. This one saved my daughter, saved my kingdom.
Maybe I need to rethink my prejudices.
Yeah.
Maybe I was wrong in the way I thought, judging an entire group by a few.
Yes.
In this one, Tracy brought this up rather intelligently, and I'll give her credit for this. The message for Triton was different.
All right.
You have to let go of your children and let them be what they are to become.
So basically the line that Sebastian says at the end of the cartoon.
It's still...
Children have to be free to live their own lives.
It's still a King Triton arc.
Okay.
Just instead of giving up his prejudices, let your children fly. All that shit. I don't know if that was intentional or not. I think it wasn't. I think it was the Disney board saying, oh, no. She's not some damsel who needs to be rescued by a strapping prince. She is capable of saving the day herself. So she has to drive the boat.
I think it was that. I believe that. I do. But, unintentional consequences, I guess, right?
The other change, I don't know if it was a joke or intentional. The changing of the lyrics to Kiss the Girl, make sure you have consent. Because the original lyrics are something like, you want the girl, you know you want her, so take her and kiss the girl. And now it was changed to like, make sure you ask if it's okay and then kiss the girl. I didn't know if that was Disney saying, oh my God, you know what would be hilarious? Because of the way that shit... Or if somebody actually, whoa, he didn't ask for consent. Fuck, rewrite the song. He has to ask for consent.
But it's about being passionate in the moment, and no, we don't do that.
Either way, I found it fucking hilarious. Fucking hilarious.
Okay, I did. There was a moment that I was very confused by, because I thought that they were going to do more with it, and they just drop it. When you get to meet Prince Eric's folks.
Yeah.
Like you meet her mom.
The mom.
Yeah. I was really confused. I was like, so this is your mom? It was like, how do I describe this? Hey, this is my black mom. I know I'm white. It probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense. They found me. I was washed up on the beach. I might be part mermaid, maybe. I don't know. And I was hoping it'd be like, oh, are you like Tom Hanks where you can breathe underwater and like splash, you know? That might be cool. Why is your mom... I'm confused. Are they siblings?
Well, that would be a big departure from the original story.
Is his mom the one that got together with Triton? That's why they have an Ariel, and so he's like, "This is my mom," and she'd be like, "Oh my God, that's my mom too," and like, "Oh, and now
you're way off."
Yeah,
he's just a guy,
but they didn't explain it. They just kind of threw this stuff in there, and I get diversity and all of that. That's wonderful, but there was no explanation for that one, and that one was, for whatever reason, just stuck out as weird.
I'm guessing they probably thought they didn't need to explain it because almost nobody on fucking Earth came up with that ridiculous shit that you just explained. So, you know, Lin-Manuel fucking Miranda, who I can't stand, got an executive producer credit on here. Yeah. And he wrote the stupid new Scuttlebutt song.
Yes.
I can't help, I know it for a fact, that they were like, oh, you know what? We need to update it and put a rap song. Get Lin-Manuel Miranda, because he did Hamilton and it was super popular.
Yeah,
see if he's on board. And he's like, you know what? I'll come on board and write a song if I get a producer credit. Like, yeah, we'll make you a producer. Okay, cool. So here's what I want. Colorblind casting. And you know what? I think had they done that, like as soon as the scene opens, you see Triton and his multicultural daughters.
Yes.
Which is fine, because this fucking studly Greek god is fucking chicks all over the world.
Yes.
I
got behind that. I was fine with that because it made sense to me. I was like, well, he is a god, and if we go historically, they fuck everything.
He should be pounding the entire Pacific Rim.
Yep.
And then it moves on to the Indian Ocean. Okay.
So that was perfect. I was like, yep.
And you know what? Even beyond that, had they not even said anything about we found you washed up, if that was just his mom,
yeah,
I would have just said, who gives a fuck? Just they're doing colorblind, I wouldn't think, okay, that's his mom. Just accept it. It's his mom. In this world,
Sure, I guess. Why not?
There are mermaids from all over the world, and this is his mom. Who gives a fucking shit?
Yeah, I know. Nobody cares.
I think it would have been more poignant had they not made the point. Oh, well, I was adopted. I was washed up on the shit. If you're trying to make a point that it's not an issue, just don't make it an issue. People will understand.
I want to talk about the two things. One thing that I was surprised at how much I loved it, and the other thing I was surprised how much I hated it. I was shocked how much I liked Ursula. I was not expecting to like Melissa McCarthy at all. I hate her.
I feel exactly the same way.
She was fantastic.
I feel exactly the same way.
I was like, wow, you play this part really well. I love it. I dig it.
You know why, right?
I do not, no.
So the original Little Mermaid, the animated original, Ursula was based on the 70s drag icon Divine.
Okay.
So they drew Ursula to look like Divine and have the mannerisms. Divine was this fat drag queen in Pink Flamingos in the John Waters films.
You all know who Divine is.
These guys
don't even tell me you don't. You do.
What do you, Charles, hate more about remakes? I'd never watched Scooby-Doo originally. I know this was really popular, but I can do it better. She never did that. She looked at the original source material and said, you know what, they hit it fucking perfectly. I'm just going to bring that interpretation to real life. She didn't try to fuck with it, add her own. She never looked at the original Ursula or Divine and said, I can do it better. She looked at it and said, that's what the film needs. That's what I'm going to give them. So as much as I don't like her, she's a professional for doing it properly and putting the film before her own ego.
Yeah.
So bravo to Melissa McCarthy for that.
I could say the same for a lot of the actors in this.
Yeah.
None of them jumped out and said, this is my version of the character, and I'm totally changing it. They didn't do that. So thank you for that. And then the one thing that I just could not get behind, and it bothered me so much, is the talking animals. They're so creepy. They're so terrifying.
I guess.
They're not supposed to be, I guess, but Sebastian, when he comes crawling out with his goofy little eyes and his creepy claw, and I'm like, and that's nightmare-inducing. I'm going to be thinking about that a lot.
Who's the guy that takes the movie trailers and puts the spooky music over them and turns them into horror movie trailer? This will work perfectly for that.
In a moment, that's going to be me. I'm going to do that.
Beyond that, the only weak performance was Prince Eric.
Yeah, a little.
And not just that his personality. He's a perfectly fine singer. I don't know.
Fine.
I don't know what his background is. I don't know if he came out of musical theater. Like Halle Berry, she's an R&B singer first.
Right.
So that's why she had the vocal chops to pull it off. And she's obviously a good actress too. I don't know where he came out of, but he either came from the stage or just has not had a lot of camera technique training. Because when he had his song, which is completely unnecessary, he's on the beach and he's flailing his arms around. He's moving around. That's not what camera technique is. Because on the screen, this little movement looks 40 feet wide.
Right.
You learn that day one of camera acting. Either he's just an idiot or inexperienced. If they directed him to do it like that, the director's a fucking idiot for directing it like that.
I want you to act like you're in water. Can you act like you're in water? Have you never been in water?
Well, but that's the thing. But Rob Marshall is a really good director.
Yes.
He did Chicago, the film adaptation of the musical Chicago, and it was, I didn't like it, but it was well done.
It was fine.
He did Into the Woods, which is fucking incredible. He's a really good director. Yes. I don't know why he
couldn't seem to direct that.
I just have one little note for you. You're flailing your arms around like a fucking idiot. Just stand still, look towards your mark, and sing the fucking song. That's it. Halle Berry, she's wonderful.
I love her.
She's absolutely adorable.
She's so cute.
She's the most beautiful young star in Hollywood. I hope she gets everything out of her career that she wants.
Honestly, wonderful.
And anyone that said shit about Little Mermaid isn't black, fuck off. She's a fucking mermaid.
Seriously.
That's what took you out of the realism. Fuck off.
Oh, there was one other criticism that I saw, which was mostly just criticisms at the trailer when they said it was too dark. Everything feels murky and dark, like there's not a lot of color. I saw it in IMAX in 3D. And let me tell you, when the light and all of the color comes out of the screen and is floating in front of you, it is amazing. It is really, really cool. See it in IMAX 3D if you can, because it is totally worth it. All those underwater scenes, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, I didn't. We saw it in standard format, and within a few minutes of the opening sequence, you could tell it was filmed intentionally with 3D in mind.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I knew, shit, I made a mistake. We should have went with the 3D for this one, but it's okay. It was fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's still animated, but it's computer animated versus traditional animation. The traditional, it looked a little more spectacular. I don't know what the word is.
No, I think you're on point there. Yeah.
I mean, this was CGI stuff, and it looked beautiful and all that. But seeing it for the first time, maybe it's just time, because 30 years ago we hadn't seen anything like that.
That's true.
You just stared at the screen like, holy shit!
Yeah.
This glistening reef looks amazing.
And in this case, well, I
like,
just saw Avatar: Way of Water.
Yeah.
And it's hard to compare the water scenes with the water scenes here, but
I don't want to use the cliche word magical because it sounds cheesy. But seeing the original animation, it looked magical on the screen.
You can call it magical, it's fine.
And this looked like stuff I've seen before, but well done.
Yeah.
But I've seen it before.
All right. Leave some comments down below. Let me know if you've seen it and what you thought of it. And remember, you just saw the trailer and decided, nah, I'll wait till it comes out on home video.
That's fine, too.
Whatever. It's fine. Either way. Don't forget to like, because it really helps us out. And subscribe if it's your first time here. That's it. That's all I got, man.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.